Hi there, my name is Miss Townsend and I love math. This is Math with Townsend. This video is for grade 11 students in functions and relations who are working on the year-end summative. It's question number 18. It says a homeowner is planning a major renovation in 3 years. She budgets $6,500 and opens an account that pays 3% interest per year, compounded bi-weekly. So this slash A means per year, or per annum, which is per year. And that 3% per annum is compounded bi-weekly, which means every 2 weeks, and every 2 weeks means 26 times per year. And the question says, what biweekly payment does she need? What does she need to make in order to reach her goal? And then how much of the renovation is paid by her and how much is interest? So we're going to be calculating an amount of money that this homeowner needs to put into an account so that at the end of 3 years she has $6,500 for this home repair. So let's look at our financial formulas and figure out which one we want. Well, we're making a regular deposit. So the homeowner is going to put money in the account regularly. So it's not the first simple formula, which is for a lump sum that you let sit in the account. Instead, she's going to make regular payments. And she's making regular payments to reach some sort of future goal. So the formula we want is this one. So let's see. We know that in the future, she wants to have $6,500. That's her future goal. Her regular payment, well, we don't know what that is. That's exactly what we're calculating. Sorry, messed up the equation. So $6,500 is the future value. We don't know her regular deposit. So let's look at the rest of the formula. 1 plus I. So I is 3%, so 0.03. But because it's compounded biweekly, that means it's going to be compounded 26 times a year. So I have to divide the interest rate by 26. N is how long does this money go into the account? Well, it goes in for 3 years, but again, because of that compounding biweekly, every 26 times in a year, she needs to make this biweekly payment. So you'll notice that this 26 number, which comes from the fact that it's biweekly, occurs both when I'm altering the interest rate and when I'm altering n. So make sure you do both. And then if I finish the equation, I need to subtract 1, close the bracket, and then divide it by, and then down here, I is still 3%, and that's still affected by the biweekly nature of the compounding period. So those are all the values I need in the equation, and now I just have to calculate R. So now it's just be careful with your calculator, and let's figure this out. So first of all, I'm going to go into the bracket. So the bracket says 0.03 divided by 26, and then I'm going to add 1 and figure out what's in that bracket, and it's 1.001154. 1154. That's a 0. It sort of looks like an ugly 6, so let me make sure. So that's what's in the bracket. And my next step is going to be the exponent. So let's do 3 times 26 is 78. So that's 78 minus 1. And then all of this is divided by, so I can do this math as well. It's 0.03 divided by 26, which is 0.001154. I've seen that already. So let's keep calculating here. So it's R times, so I'm going to do 1.001154 exponent 78 equals, and subtract 1 in my calculator. I get 0.09413, and that's going to be divided by 0.001154. So what's left now, let me just pull this down a little bit. So what I have is R times this number divided by this number. So I'm going to do R times 0.09413 divided by 0.001154. So 0.09413 divided by 0.001154. Oops, I missed a decimal in my calculator, and that would mean bad news. 1154. Good. So I get 81.5685. And so if I want to solve for R, I just need to divide by 81.5685 because that'll isolate R, and I'll know what her regular biweekly payment needs to be. So 6,500 divided by 81.5685 gives me $79.69. So every 2 weeks, this homeowner needs to deposit into this account $79.69. So that's the answer to part A, right? It said, what biweekly payment does she need to make in order to reach her goal in 3 years? And the biweekly payment is $79.69. Now, the second part of the question, let's see. Nope. The second part of the question says how much of the renovation will be paid by her directly and how much is in interest. So we know that she makes a deposit of $79.69, and she does that every 2 weeks for 3 years. So 3 years, 26 times a week, that's what she deposits. So how much money does she end up actually putting into her bank account? She ends up depositing $6,215.82. So her budget, or the amount that she earned, oh, spelling, was 6,500. So if she earned 6,500, that's the future value, then she paid, so she actually ended up depositing $6,215.82. Kind of looks like there's a weird extra decimal place. Let's just pretend it doesn't exist. There we go. And therefore, the interest, so the amount of money that she collected in interest, is the difference between the $6,500 that she ends up having in the account and the money that she actually put in the account. So she actually saved herself $284.18 by planning ahead and depositing the money. So, that's nothing to sneeze at, right? $284, I would take that in a moment. So, Kickstarter. All right, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.